I'm Kate. Welcome to UTV. I'm glad you've joined us because we've got a mind-blowing show for you today. Honestly, we do. Now, the serum in this bottle, right, it is created from Nobel Prize-winning breakthroughs, and it represents $33 million in research. Yup. That's 33 million and 11 years of investigations. Now, those investigations found that the ingredient, the active ingredient contained in this serum, which they tested against 350,000 other compounds and ingredients, is 200 times more powerful than any other discovered ingredient. I'm going to pause and let you take that in for a minute. 200 times, yes. And now it's in a serum you can put on your skin. And we are going to show you how that is going to be mind-blowingly successful for turning back the clock and getting rid of the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and crow's feet. And as I said, it's going to be mind-blowing, guys. It really is. Now, in a minute, we're going to meet the creator of One Truth 818, Rachael. You're also going to hear from Dr. Bill Andrews, the molecular biologist who made all these amazing discoveries. You're going to look at people who have trialed this product. You're going to hear from them. You're going to see the amazing results. And we're going to do that very soon. And of course, we have an amazing offer for you because this is UTV after all. Now, I think it's time we jump into the future of skincare. Okay, gone are days of hope in a jar. There is only one truth.
Dr. Bill Andrews is known worldwide as not only an award winner, but one of the most esteemed doctors when it comes to discovering the secret that stops the appearance of aging in its tracks. Across the USA, Asia and Europe, Dr. Andrews is in high demand. He frequents Korea and presents at the world's biggest conferences on aging and skincare. He's always seen on TV and in the news, such as the Today Show America that ran a huge story on his discovery, and Korean TV where K-Beauty is taking the world by storm with its skincare products. Dr. Andrews spent $33 million on the discovery of the TAM-818 molecule, and this ingredient is what has made the One Truth 818 one of, if not the most potent, powerful and effective products in the world right now. Try the serum the industry leaders are talking about. Stop the appearance of aging in its tracks with One Truth 818.
Let's get into it. You are about to meet Rachael Degar, the founder of One Truth 818. So good to see you.
Thank you, Kate.
You're such a lovely guest. Whoa, whoa. A lovely guest to have on the show.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here.
And you're going to take us on a bit of a journey today, aren't you? Because actually, as we were chatting about, it's really important to understand the science so that you understand why this product is such a must-have.
Yeah, absolutely. Because so many of us are told this product does this or fixes that, but we don't actually understand what the aging process is. Yeah,
true.
I mean, I was in the beauty industry for over 20 years before I learnt what the aging process is.
Okay.
So
we're going to cover all that off, aren't we?
We will indeed.
Let's start at the beginning, though. Let's go back a few steps. How did you come to work with Dr. Bill Andrews?
I was actually just, pure luck. So I was talking to an investor who had made some molecules to get them tested by Bill.
Right.
So when he was testing, over 350,000 molecules, people were kind of submitting things to him. And this person actually had made the first samples of TAM-818 and a few other things and put them forward and said, I don't know what Bill's going to do with these molecules, but they'd be perfect for working the skincare. So, let's see how the results come back. And of course, the rest was history. And I said, yes, please.
Wow. I mean, he's amazing, isn't he? And I think we're actually going to have a look now at him introducing himself and actually what is a telomere and starting that kind of journey we're going to go on today for the science. Let's take a look at this.
Telomeres are the very tips of your chromosomes. Your chromosomes are where your genes are. They're encoded on a molecule called DNA. Well, DNA is like a long string of beads. And think of these long string of beads as a shoelace. The beads are called bases, and a typical chromosome is about, or a typical DNA molecule inside a chromosome is about 100 million bases in length. Well, think of that as a shoelace, as I said. The caps on your shoelaces are the same as the telomeres on your chromosomes. So on this long string of beads, the very tips of these things are called telomeres. and they protect your chromosomes the same way that the caps on your shoelaces protect your shoelaces.
It's a lot to take in, but we're going to do that over the next 50 minutes and understand why this serum's so magic. Now, I did promise our viewers a really great offer today, so I think we should just cover that off.
Let them know.
They'll all be sitting there in suspense. Let's do that. So today, what you're going to get is your serum with $20 off, and then a very special free gift with purchase, which is this wonderful sun cream, SPF50, and a company that you've partnered with. Tell us a little bit.
It took a long time to find
Yes.
an SPF that impressed me enough for me to recommend that you used it alongside One Truth 818. But what I love is that it is SPF 50.
Yes.
It's a mineral SPF. It does have a slight tint to it, but it's iron oxide, so it's non-white. It's got over 20% zinc, so it's really healing, really anti-inflammatory, great for the skin. And it's got kakadu plum, so it's got vitamin C in there, which is really great for collagen.
Yes.
Now, you'll also be really pleased to know that it is formulated and made in Australia. So it is by somebody who understands the Australian sun.
Yes.
And I'll always say, people go, so that's all I need? And I go, yes. Oops, except for an SPF. And of course, you've had to seek elsewhere for an SPF, and people come to me going, what about this one? What about that one? So I finally found one that I will hand on heart say, this is the SPF that you should be using.
All right, well, we're going to watch a little video now. Let's have a look, and we're going to learn about this sunscreen. Well, that is a special free gift with purchase, worth $49, I should say. And remember, all you've got to do is go to onetruth818.com.au. You call the number on the screen, scan the QR code, so many options. Or, of course, if you open the Buy It Now app, this offer will ping straight to your phone. Couldn't be easier, could it? I'm just going to try a little bit. Oh, it's very rich. It's like a lovely moisturiser.
Yeah, a little
Put
goes
lot
a
on
long
there.
way.
Yeah, I
actually.
can tell.
Yeah. So you've only put a little bit on, but
I did.
You could have put a lot
I could have done
less,
my whole arm.
which is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sinks right in. It's really nice and moisturising too.
Yes.
So there are some people who want to have some nice moisture on their skin. This
Yeah.
is a really great moisture to put on top, but it's also not greasy.
No, it's lovely. It's sinking right in.
The number of products I tried and just said no because they sat on the skin too much, no because they were too greasy. This one does sink in but still offers your UV protection and your blue light protection.
Wow, it's awesome. Now listen, I want to get back on the path for this journey we're on.
Yes.
I want you to talk to us about what causes aging.
Yeah, because people think that things like UV rays cause aging.
Yeah.
Smoking causes aging.
Yeah.
Whereas they will accelerate the aging process, but they don't cause the aging process.
Okay.
And it all comes down to one thing, which is really nice and handy. So, you know, baseline aging, which is constantly happening,
Yes.
comes down to telomere shortening.
Okay.
Now, you've probably just heard the word telomeres for the first time from
And
Dr.
went,
Bill
"What?"
Andrews and thought, should I know what that is?
Yeah.
They're basically long tails attached to the end of your DNA.
Okay.
So those swirls, you know, that we know are inside every cell of ours, there's a long tail on the end of
Yes.
that. And every time a cell divides, which if you cast your mind back to high school science, cells are always dividing. So they're in that constant state of flux.
Yes.
So when a cell divides, the telomere shortens. And it does that to protect the vital DNA inside. Because can you imagine if every time a cell divided we lost a piece of our DNA? We would have mutated ourselves out of existence. Like humans would not be here. So the telomere is there to protect the DNA. And actually when that discovery was made, it was awarded a Nobel Prize because it's significant to science, medicine, aging. So every time a cell divides, that telomere shortens. And when it gets down to incy wincy, 5,000 base pairs, the cell cannot divide anymore, and so it dies. So that is why the telomere has been called the clock of aging. Like, I always think of it as like tick tock, tick tock. And so you go into the sun without sun protection, and that damage means that your cells have to heal through cell division.
And they divide, and therefore you're aging yourself.
Faster.
So what do you think of some of those beauty treatments out there that are getting us to divide, well, you know, divide the cells, you'll look younger?
Yep, and that is what we've heard until I've been screaming it from the rooftops, you know, cell division equals aging. And we've been told if you want younger skin, you have to increase cell turnover and speed up cell division. Now, don't get me wrong, when you do those treatments and use those products, your skin will feel kind of plump and look kind of nice for a little while, but it's usually because it's actually swollen on a microscopic level, which is, you know, very much cheating, shall we say.
Yeah.
But also worse than cheating is that it is aging you faster because you heal through cell division. So if you go and have your face removed to grow a new one, cell division, cell division, cell division, cell division. So
wow.
most of the products out there that call themselves anti-aging are literally aging you faster.
So you're saying, yeah, we could be accidentally aging ourselves. Take a look at this.
Cell division equals aging. Yet many products damage your skin by increasing cell turnover in order to bring younger and fresher cells to the surface faster. Without knowing it, you could be accidentally aging your skin faster. One Truth 818 goes to the root cause of aging, supporting telomere health and cell lifespan with the power of TAM-818. Clinically and dermatologically proven. Real results, real people. When it comes to anti-aging, there is only one truth. One Truth 818.
Wow, so we might be accidentally aging ourselves, which is not a good thought, but how can we reverse that process then?
Yeah, so if aging is telomere shortening, the only way to have younger cells is by re-lengthening telomeres.
Yes.
Now, which sounds like a crazy thing to be able to do.
Sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why Dr. Bill Andrews is actually so world-renowned and award-winning microbiologist is because he discovered basically the answer to age reversal. Now, inside every single one of our cells in our DNA, there is a gene which he named called telomerase.
Telomerase.
Now, it has a block on it, so it's switched off.
Okay.
But if you can remove that block, the gene will express an enzyme called telomerase, which will run down to the end of the telomere and re-lengthen the telomere. So literally undo the biological aging process. And so all that money and all those years of investigation that you were talking about, that's where it all went. Because if you discover how to reverse the aging process, what do? You throw everything you've got at trying to work out how to switch on that gene.
Of course.
So as you said, it does sound a bit sci-fi. This is actually called epigenetic skincare because it switches a gene on to activate an enzyme. The enzyme runs down to the end of the telomere and it reverses the aging process of that cell. It makes your cells younger.
It's mind-blowing, isn't it? And I said it would be, but when we first met a few months ago, you said to me, look, you really should try this. And of course I was jumping out of my skin to try it. I was really, really keen to give it a go. And I actually moved everything out of my bathroom cabinet except that. Okay, and I thought, right, I'm going to give this a really good chance. I'm going to see if this really works. And I did, and we do have a before and after, which was taken a month ago. So it's after 2 months usage.
Yeah.
There I go. I think there is quite a difference there in my eyes.
Yeah.
And
you felt it and other people noticed it too.
Other people noticed it, and the minute I didn't take any aftershots until the 2 months was up. And at first I looked in the mirror and I thought, well, I can't really see it. I'll take a picture. And then I went, oh my gosh. And I actually did text Rachel and go, look at this. This is blowing my mind, because it's definitely, my skin is, would you say, clearer, plumper, and of course I still have crow's feet, I still have lines. I'm 55, I think I might be 56, I've forgotten. But anyway, but you know, whatever I am,
like even the clinical studies say like over 14% improvement in crow's feet. Not 100%, I mean, you know.
That's okay.
But look at that, that's what 14% improvement looks like.
And I'm still going with it, of course.
Yes, but your face is dewier. Like, can you see you almost have like bits of dry skin on the left. And on the right, you just have a glow, Kate.
I definitely do. And actually, let's just cover that off as well, because I'm, as you know, someone that loves to go in the ocean. I snorkel, I ocean swim a lot. And when I say I threw everything else away, I put it all in a drawer, didn't want to use it. But I did call Rachel 2 weeks into it and say, I am getting a few dry patches. Is that normal? And she said, you can use a moisturiser if you want to.
Yep, yep.
Like, especially you, who's always outdoors
and I
and
was
in the
like,
sea.
Kate, you should be wearing a moisturiser, because Kate is in the salt water all the time.
Yes.
And look, if your skin is used to, so like epigenetic skincare, right? So this is made to go to the centre of the
Yes.
cell and switch on a gene,
Yeah.
not sit on the surface of the
No.
skin and do nothing.
No.
But people who are used to having a thicker moisturiser, or who are going
Yeah.
into the elements like you, who need protection, you might need to use that thicker moisturiser still
To sit on the surface.
of your skin.
Because this is
and
going
that is
deep.
Absolutely okay. So you put your gold on first, and then if you want that extra layer of protection, you can put
Which
that on.
I
In
do.
fact, Kate, this would be perfect for you.
Wow.
Because it's kind of like a thicker moisturiser,
Yeah.
a primer, and of course an SPF
50, which
all
is-
in one. So this is what you would move to during the day after you've popped your One Truth.
It's kind of a summer essential pack we've got here, really, and you can see it on the screen there. But it really is, because you know this is working at a deeper level from the outside in, and this is working on the surface outside to in.
Yep.
Because you know we're protecting our skin. That's what we need to do. Let's have a look at some more before and afters. We've got some ladies here who are similar age to me, I think. Let's have a look. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
And
month.
this is only 1 month, because Felicity sent these
Wow.
pictures into me. So she just, after a month, thought, I've got to take a photo.
Goodness.
And you can just see that luminosity that we talked about, you know, with your skin.
Too right.
But the lifting, the deep wrinkles, the frowns, the crow's feet, the smile lines,
She looks
the quality
10
of the skin.
years
I mean, I
younger.
can't say enough
I
about
know.
this. And Felicity, bless her, when she first got in touch with me, she said, I was looking in the mirror and didn't recognise the person looking back at me. And that really spoke
Yeah.
to me, because I think a lot of people are feeling like that. And the ladies that you're about to see now, they're all 60 plus.
Okay.
And because I do get emails going, is it too late for
look.
me, Rachel? No, it's definitely not too late.
Never too late.
No, and Annette's grandchildren had been giving her compliments way before she noticed.
Look at
but
her
even these deeper
jawline.
lines,
Yeah.
you know, now Annette hasn't stopped smiling, but yet her smile lines have really decreased, because younger cells produce collagen, younger cells produce elastin, and they produce an even pigmentation.
Yeah.
So the increase in collagen and elastin has just softened everything. And like on Lorraine here, the lift, when I say elastin, just think elastic.
Yeah.
That's basically what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So you've got that lift happening again, and everything is being plumped out from the inside
From the
out.
inside, from deep down.
Yes. So those valleys, those wrinkles, are literally being lifted and elevated from inside out.
It's lengthening our telomeres. That's what I'm learning.
It is,
correct?
correct.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, this product, we've got another. Oh, golly.
Oh, yes.
Wow, neck.
Trudy's neck. I don't know if you've seen this one. That crepey skin, which is really hard to get rid of. But you can also see the lift. You know, like there is no shadow anymore.
No.
Because there's no droop. You know, or just very minimal. And the whole quality of the skin has changed. So
Hasn't
it's
it?
gone from looking like a gobble to looking like, you know, a fairly healthy neck. And this was just in one bottle's use, because one
Yes.
bottle does last
2
2
months.
months.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it does. I just do a couple of pumps, and that
2
does your
pumps in
whole
the morning,
face, your
2
eyes, and
pumps
my
at
neck.
night. Yep,
Yeah.
perfect.
Here we go. Yeah, I love the stuff. We need to make it for our bodies as well. Slather ourselves in it.
Watch this space.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Say no more. Say no more. That'll be the next exciting launch. Look, you've got the deal there on the screen. You're getting $20 off your serum, and this I think is life-changing stuff. It's Nobel Prize-winning breakthroughs that have brought it to this level. $33 million in research, and you too could get results like these. Of course, everyone's results are going to be different, but I think everyone who uses this starts to see a difference, and I know I certainly did. We'll have a look at that before and after again later. Now, because it is so potent, 200 times more potent or powerful than any other discovered ingredient, I would have thought this would be horrendously expensive. The ingredients are. Why isn't it?
Do you
Why
know
are you
what?
so generous?
I guess it's you know, my family-run business. We're not a massive corporation, and you know, when we come through UTV, we're not, let's be honest, I mean, a page in a magazine costs $40,000 just to put one page there. Whereas I would much rather come and educate you
Yeah.
what the aging process is so that you understand how this is so different.
Yes.
And then sell it directly to you.
Yes.
So that we can cut out all of those middlemen and so that pretty much everyone can afford something like this. I'm so happy because on the .com.au website, which we don't have elsewhere, we've got Afterpay and we've got Zip.
Yes.
You know, to kind of spread it out, because I know some of you are probably spending a little bit less on your face, but having no effect whatsoever.
Correct.
And so if you could spend a little bit more, but get the best results possible, or actually, I did a survey of customers a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and just over 60% of customers said they actually saved money using one.
Well, because you don't need, maybe what you don't need is all the separate products, you
Yeah.
know, all the serums and the toners and the neck creams and the eye creams. You're saying you don't need that, but use a moisturiser by all means. I certainly do.
Yes, and I don't.
No, and you
Yeah,
don't.
so it really depends on your skin type. But if you're thinking, I feel I need a moisturiser, yeah, pop one.
Sure,
pop
but
one
don't
over
throw
top.
out the one you've got. Keep it, that's fine. But invest in your skin, invest in One Truth, I think
Yeah.
is what we're saying, 818, for sure. Now, you talked earlier about the block that Dr. Bill found a way to basically open the block, and then so that you could activate your telomeres.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be able to have a look at just what he did.
We started off with discovering that, as I mentioned, every time our cells divide, our telomeres get shorter, but that's not true in our reproductive cells. Our reproductive cells, cell divides, the telomeres don't get shorter. And we discovered this enzyme called telomerase. Telomerase is produced in our reproductive cells, and what happens every time the cell divides, telomeres do get a little bit shorter, but then telomerase re-lengthens it back to the original length. Long story short, we have found that if we overproduce telomerase in cells, we find that the telomeres actually start getting longer, which was the first hint that we actually had discovered a way to possibly reverse human aging and declining health. So we took this enzyme and we put it into normal skin cells. Remember, it's only produced in reproductive cells, but when we put it in normal skin cells, we found that these cells stopped aging and actually became younger by every method of measurement you can imagine.
Stunning, stunning product, stunning science. And of course, we have a great offer for you today. You're going to get $20 off your serum. And when you buy that, you're going to get a free gift with purchase, which is this amazing SPF sun cream worth $49, and you get that free as a gift with purchase. And of course, we've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. We've got free delivery with free ship. Go to the website, onetruth818.com.au, call the number on screen. There's a QR code too, and of course, if you open your Buy It Now app, this offer will ping straight to your phone. It couldn't be any easier, could it? Amazing. Tell us a bit more about the sun cream, because this is a new partnership for you, and I know you took a very long time
I did.
to decide what was going to be worthy to pair up.
Yeah,
with
I'm
the serum.
ridiculously fussy.
Yeah.
It's what I also liked is that they have taken into consideration the environment, so it's
Yep.
reef friendly.
Good.
Because there are a lot of like sunblocks I looked at and I thought, oh, that feels good, looks good, does everything right. Oh, I'm kind of killing the reef by you. So that was a no. There were so many times I just went,
No.
This ticked every box. So I love the zinc in there. It actually helps with my hormonal breakouts. I have to have zinc on my face. You know,
Okay.
so I get that from my SPF. So that's a really great reason to be putting zinc on your face. It's really healing, it's anti-inflammatory, and there's over 22% zinc in here. 50 plus.
Yes.
So nothing is getting through this.
No.
It's vegan, cruelty-free, you
Yeah.
know, just no nasties, and it works.
Yes, summer essentials. Great for your skin from the outside in, and this, really powerful from the inside to out. Now, we're going to come right back after this. We're going to show you a little bit more about the sunscreen. I nearly forgot then. Hey, welcome back. If you've just joined us, wow, what a show we're having. We're talking Nobel Prize-winning breakthroughs that led to the development of this amazing One Truth 818 serum. It was $33 million in research, 11 years of investigation, and it's 200 times more powerful than any other discovered ingredient. And what I'm talking about is TAM-818, which is one of the active ingredients in this amazing serum. And the results we've seen have been incredible. And my own results, actually, although I didn't realise it at the time, you look back and go, wow, there is a real difference developing. And of course, it's going to carry on.
Yes.
I'm not stopping using it. There is no way. There is no way. I think for anyone that's just joined us, we should maybe recap a little bit about what ageing is. What does cell division do to us?
Yes.
The shortening of the telomeres. Can you, you're the expert.
And, you know, in the quickest nutshell ever, I want you to take this mantra away with you, which is cell division equals aging. And that's because every time a cell divides, telomeres, which are the tails on the end of your DNA, shorten to protect the DNA.
Yeah.
But after the cell divides, and you only get about 50 cell divisions actually,
Yes.
until the telomere, gets so short that the cell won't divide anymore and it dies. So literally those 50 tick-tocks of the clock are all you've got until that cell dies. So if cell division equals aging, I want you to think now to the products you've got in your drawer, to the treatments that you might be doing, all with the purpose of speeding up cell division and, you know, hastening cell turnover.
We've been accidentally aging ourselves.
Accidentally, yeah. So, you know, this is Nobel Prize winning science. This isn't me just sitting here making this up. Cell division equals aging is your mantra, because then you can just make better choices, I think.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a look. Dr. Bill is going to explain telomere shortening.
So, as I said, when you're first conceived, your telomere is about 15,000 bases. But there's so much cell division that's needed to make a newborn baby that after all these cell divisions, your telomeres have shortened down to 10,000 bases. And that's okay. I mean, the telomeres are still long enough to protect your chromosomes. But the problem doesn't end there. As you start to grow up, you have more and more cell division. Your telomeres continue to get shorter and shorter and shorter. And when they get down to about 5,000 bases, then all kinds of havoc is wreaked, because your chromosomes start falling apart, they start having mutations, and these short telomeres cause your cells to senesce, and that's typically when you die of old age, when your telomeres get down to 5,000 bases. We know from scientific literature on human cells in petri dishes, we know from taking tissue samples from people at different ages, that when telomeres get down to 5,000 bases, the cells lose the ability to function and they die, and you die of old age. So that's what we have to do. We have to find a way to keep them from shortening and actually re-lengthen them.
Wow, so what we're talking about here is the biological reversal of aging.
Yep.
It does sound like something out of a movie, doesn't it?
It does, and it's never been spoken about because, quite frankly, nobody else has ever had the ability to do it.
Wow. Okay, so talk to us a little bit more about epigenetics, about removing that block that Dr. Bill Andrews talked about and then activating your telomeres.
Yeah, correct. Because, you know, there is a little bit of misinformation now that telomeres is becoming a buzzword and really quite well known. And I've heard people saying, I've seen a cream with telomeres in it. And I'm like, well, that's actually impossible.
Yeah,
you know, so
right.
telomerase is an enzyme that has to be activated within the cell and used within the cell. Even if I manage to squeeze someone's genes and get a bucket of telomerase Kate and dip you in it, the actual telomerase molecule is too big to penetrate the skin. You've got to have something that activates it. And by activate, literally I mean that door is attracted to it. So you think you've got that block on that, you've got the ability, you know, for age reversal, but there's a door. And all it is that TAM-818 is a key. So it opens that door. So it releases the enzyme to go down to the end of the telomere and re-lengthen it again. And that's the only way to re-lengthen telomeres actually, is through telomerase activation.
Wow, that is incredible. The offer's on your screen, you can see it there. We're calling this the Summer Essentials deal.
Absolutely.
Because this beautiful serum is going to help stop the appearance of aging from the inside out. And then this wonderful sun cream is going to work from the outside in. It's going to protect you during this Australian summer. It is Australian made, of course. Now you're getting $20 off your serum, and then you will get a free gift with purchase worth $49, this SPF sun cream. So you are getting, I think I can just about see that, $348 in value for just $279 there, which is awesome. You also get free shipping with code FREESHIP and a 30-day money-back guarantee, which you always offer, don't you?
We do, yeah.
All right, we're now going to find out a little bit more about Dr. Bill's discovery.
Well, we've been working now since 1999, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to look for chemicals and natural products and practically anything that will get inside of human cells in a petri dish and turn on the gene for telomerase. We have tested, well, we first developed a very high throughput screening assay that we could test cells with, so we can test like 4,000 different chemicals a day, looking for something that would, when added to human cells in a petri dish, and then let the cells incubate for 24 hours, then the next day break open the cells and ask, did those cells produce telomerase? We have an assay that allows us to do this 4,000 times a day, all robotic and stuff. And so we started testing all kinds of chemicals at random. We tested over 300,000 different chemicals, actually found 900 of them would actually induce the production of telomerase at low levels. And we were able to then look at the structures of all these chemicals, or at least our medicinal chemists looked at the structures of all these chemicals. In a very short period of time, we ended up finding stuff that, at least one chemical that was 16%. We found a lot that were like 10%, 12%, but one was 16% of what we need, and we called that TAM-818. Telomerase Activating Molecule 818. And that's our strongest, in fact, it's the strongest chemical on the planet right now for inducing telomerase.
Now, the science is what is stopping aging in its tracks, but I think the results are the thing that we're all incredibly excited about.
They are, and I had to wear two hats because the science is mind-blowing.
Yes.
But I had my own skincare clinic for over 10 years and had clients, you know, and I had to kind of go, well, what does this do for a person?
Yeah.
You know, like,
what does this mean
that's fabulous,
for me?
but what does it mean to a real person?
Yeah.
And also, I'm telling a different story to the entire skincare industry, so I needed irrefutable evidence. Like, we're the first people ever to topically induce telomerase.
Yes.
So we went to one of the best skincare testing clinics in the world, Abbott's Laboratories in Italy.
Right.
And I said, I want 100 volunteers, which they thought I was going nuts. Maybe I am.
Why? How many did they think?
Oh, they said you could do it with 14 people over 14 days.
You said no?
I said no, actually. This is like a David and Goliath kind of thing. I thought, this has to be irrefutable.
Yes.
And so we got 100 volunteers over 30 days.
Okay.
And I wanted, it was just women that we used, but it doesn't matter, we're all made of cells. And I said, I want women, not girls. So everybody was aged 39 to 65.
Okay.
So, and you know, 30 days.
So they lived some life. And
They've
you could
lived
see
some
that
life,
on
they'd
their
smiled,
faces.
they had, you know, you could actually see a difference.
Okay.
And 30 days is about half a bottle, really, because this lasts for about 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's about a half bottle trial that we saw. And it was completely independent. So they posted us the results while we sat waiting. They said, we've got the results. And we said, oh, okay, send them through. And they said, oh, we'll just post them.
Post them?
Post them. So we had to sit there waiting. It was like opening the Oscars envelope. It really was.
I bet.
When we first saw it. And
nervous?
So nervous, but not.
Because everything hinged on this, but you kind of knew, but you need to see it in black and white.
Yeah, but photos taken by doctors with, you know, all the equipment that they use in that was just so validating to see.
Oh, that is exciting. Well, look, we're actually going to take a look at those real faces and see those real results right now.
One Truth 818 is revolutionising the world of skincare. It contains TAM-818, the most expensive active ingredient in the world that is patented and exclusive to One Truth 818. Independent clinical trials in Italy showed reversals of the major signs of aging on 100 volunteers in as little as 2 weeks. 11 years of research and $33 million invested by award-winning microbiologist Dr. Bill Andrews, PhD, and his team at Sierra Sciences led to the discovery of the TAM-818 molecule. This active ingredient is the strongest of over 350,000 other compounds tested. It's so powerful that it's scientifically proven in vitro to slow down the aging process. The discovery of telomeres, the protective caps of our chromosomes that shorten as we age, redefined the aging process and was awarded a Nobel Prize in Physiology. Dr. Bill Andrews then went on to discover human telomerase, the enzyme that re-lengthens telomeres and reverses and stops the aging process. One Truth 818 is the only skincare system in the world using TAM-818 and endorsed by Dr. Andrews. It was created by Rachael, a skin expert who many are calling the pioneer of epigenetic skincare. She is credited for her work in conducting the largest ever topical telomerase activation studies. You only need to use the smallest amount. It is extremely potent, and One Truth 818 will last around 10 weeks. It can replace several products including neck creams, eye creams, lip creams, moisturizers, and pigmentation treatments, which saves you time and makes this serum even more affordable. It's time to discover One Truth 818, stemming from Nobel Prize-winning science, and treat your skin like never before. Reverse, correct, and prevent with One Truth 818, the world's biggest scientific skincare breakthrough. Stop the appearance of aging in its tracks with One Truth 818.
Have you discovered One Truth 818 yet? If you haven't, go to onetruth818.com.au and find out for yourself. Now, we're going to have a closer look at some before and afters, because, I mean, that's what it's all about for most of us, isn't it? We just want to see what's it going to do for me. So let's have a look. Here's one of the neck I think we're going to have a look at. Oh, sorry, that's an eye. Yeah, that's an eye.
This is one of the envelope ones that we opened up and said, oh my word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they sent these, and they even sent a picture like after the 14 days in the middle to us too, and you could notice a difference after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But to notice this difference after a month, I mean, the lines have gone.
Yeah.
They were like measurably. They were able to measure the removal of lines.
Yes.
The eyelid has been lifted. You can see that real shadowing in the before.
I can.
That's gone.
Wow.
In the after. So that's the elastin, the elastic that I'm talking about, that gives that real lift, and everything else is smoothed out after just 1 month.
It definitely has. The texture of the skin is better. And what we're saying, everyone's different. So some people, you might see a difference after 3 or 4 weeks. Some people, it might be a bit longer. I think for me, it was about 2 months, and then I suddenly had the light bulb moment.
Yes.
But it's not a product that you just put it on and go, right, I want to see a difference immediately. It takes time. It's working from deep in your...
Exactly. There are some fake products that you can put on and they dry on the skin and stretch the skin as they dry.
Yeah.
You know, we're
They're
not
temporary.
that. Exactly.
No,
you know,
that's
we're
temporary.
actually going to the root cause of aging and reversing the aging process by re-lengthening telomeres.
Amazing.
So the body's very clever. When you switch on telomerase, it preferentially lengthens the shortest telomeres first. And those short telomeres, they're the ones that aren't producing collagen, they're not producing elastin, they're vomiting pigment onto the surface of the face. They're the old age skin cells, which are causing you to look old. So it does go and correct those ones first, which is very, very clever.
Isn't it?
Which is why we say, you know, you do see results fairly quickly, but it's not...
It's not a day.
I was just saying to Kate, somebody messaged me and said, could I have a sample for 1 day to see if it will work? And I actually said, well, no, it's not going to work in 1 day, you know.
You kind of need to commit to it for the 2 months to really start seeing a big difference. And then I think you get hooked and, you know, Yeah, I use it twice a day without fail.
Yes. Oh, that's actually a good point. I want everyone to use it twice a day because that's how all the before and afters have been done. And actually, it is scientifically proven that the more frequently you activate telomerase, that is how you get your results. So please don't buy a bottle and think, I'm going to eke it out and use it once a month and then, you know, have the results of these before and afters. It's 2 pumps twice a day. So that's just 1 pump there.
Yeah.
So if I show you...
It actually does. It does more than you. I think sometimes I do. I do about a pump and a half usually.
Yeah.
Like I said, I do like to slather myself.
Yep.
In whatever I'm using.
So that has just gone right in.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just a lovely sheen, but there's nothing sitting on the surface anymore. So it's got jojoba, macadamia, sunflower, but I've just used the esters of the oils, so it's not greasy, but you get all of the nutrition from them, as well as plant phospholipids, omegas, which have been shown to help telomeres stay long for longer. So everything is in here.
All right, let's have a look at some of the clinicals from those trials in Italy, because that's really what blew you away. You had to sit down when you read this,
These were the numbers we were waiting for. You know, so skin smoothness improving by almost 10% in the eye area. And we've just seen that. We've seen what the number means to people.
Yeah.
Forehead wrinkles decreased by over 14% and crow's feet by over 11%.
Wow.
And skin firmness, which I'm always harping on about, improved by 20.33%.
Yes.
Because you cannot activate elastin in an old skin. The skin is younger.
Right.
And 90% noticed improvement in skin roughness, 92% noticed improvement in skin hydration, and that was just over 2 weeks.
Yeah, wow.
But the biggie here is that 100% had no adverse reactions.
No.
So it's really well tolerated by almost everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Any skin type, any age, what we found for me though, just needed a bit of moisturiser on top because I'm always in and out of the ocean. So don't be worried if you want to put a moisturiser on top. This will still do its thing for sure, won't
Absolutely.
it? Now look, I'm quite interested to hear some of the customer stories. And actually, if you have one and you do a before and after, send it in to Rachel. She'd love to see it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
It'll be really exciting. But what's the feedback you generally get from customers, and how does that make you feel?
Oh, it's anything from, my mum started using this and didn't have to have eyelid surgery, like that kind of thing, just to, I can now relate to the person looking back at me in the mirror.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I look like myself again.
Well, that's good for confidence.
So there's like physical changes and also like emotional changes too. When you feel that you look more like yourself again, I love it. It's really nice.
Me too. All right, let's watch some of those testimonials.
I'm 53 years old.
I'm 41 years old.
66 years old.
38 years young.
One Truth 818 serum was super easy to use.
It's a one-stop shop. You just put it on and leave it, and it's fantastic. So easy.
I put it on in the morning, put it on at night, and it's just been amazing for my skincare routine.
Super easy.
My skin was so much better hydrated. Like I naturally have quite dry skin, and I've noticed a huge difference in that, which has been great.
Really the plumpness and the glowiness of the skin just felt a lot more hydrated, and even though I started off wearing the serum and a hydrating moisturiser, I stopped that very, very quickly because you just don't need anything extra.
The colour underneath my eyes has definitely, the bags under my eyes have improved. It's a huge improvement for something I've only used for 2 months. Felt that my skin really sort of thanked me for that, and probably I had been neglecting it a bit.
My husband told me he thought my skin was looking better, and one of my sons told me that he thought my redness had gone down, which was one of the things I was hoping for, so that was really good.
The way it made my skin feel after a very, very short period of time.
Oh, wow.
Golly. Yeah, no, that's different. My partner said that my skin was looking great, and also work noticed, some of my work colleagues,
Well, it's taught me that I should have looked after my face all these years, and I haven't.
How old are you? And 53, and wow, you don't look 53. The results that came, as I said, after 2 weeks it was noticeable.
About a month in, I had a meeting with some friends, and they all accused me of going to get fillers. Yes, there is definitely a difference. My eyes, they're not quite so saggy and baggy, top and bottom, which has always been a bit of a bugbear. I've already told my friends who thought I'd had fillers about it, so...
Wow, the science speaks for itself. And I mean, the results are incredible. You have a lot of happy customers. And, you know, I was quite shocked by mine, almost. I couldn't believe what a difference it made in just 2 months.
Yeah.
I think we should have a look at some more before and after, because they're so good to see. I mean, that's what we're all after, isn't it, in the end? It's the holy grail.
It's some kind of change.
Yeah. Are we really going to reverse the ageing process? Well, yes, because the science is telling us, and it's not Rachel, it's the science telling us that this is now possible. Oh, look, here we go. This is Leanne, isn't it?
Yeah, such a big difference around her eye area.
Yes.
Yeah. And so she noticed it, other people noticed it, of course, but just the way it made her skin feel.
Yeah.
And it was just so quick. You know, that's what all of these ladies said, as you just heard them.
Yeah.
Was just how quick it was, how easy it was.
Yeah.
So it's changed their whole routine, but they actually now know that there is skincare that will give a result.
Absolutely.
So these are all like I call them a 1-bottle trial. You know, an 8-week trial.
Yeah.
Donna here, the bags under her eyes.
Gosh, yeah.
Because a lot of people, when you think of anti-aging, you just think of wrinkles.
Yeah.
But I
It's so much more than that.
It is. I say, think of everything that you look at now that you didn't have 20 years ago that you might be irked by. That's aging, you know.
Yeah, that's aging. And
so
don't get me
these-
wrong, it's good to age. We should all be grateful to age and
we're
live
still
another
here.
birthday, right?
Absolutely.
You just want to feel fresh and look good while you're doing it.
Yes, you don't want to look tired, and Donna
No.
was looking tired, right?
Yeah.
And so the eye bags were gone. Now, Michelle is
Yeah.
a Kiwi, so you can see that that sun, what it does to
Yeah.
people's faces.
Yes.
And so you can see some of the age spots here have diminished. The fine lines around her eyes
haven't they?
have really decreased. But what I love about this is that eyelid.
Yeah,
And that is
big
all
difference.
the elastin. The firmness, that 20.33%
Yes.
average of lifting,
Yeah.
that's what this looks like. So we've got the eyelid lifted, we've got the deeper wrinkles and crow's feet gone, we've got the fine lines gone.
that pigmentation
we've,
as
yeah,
well.
got that diminished.
Look at
Now we met
Esther.
Felicity earlier.
Yeah, it's her mum, isn't it?
Yeah, this
Oh.
is her daughter. So they did a 1 month, because you might have gone, how come this was only 1 month? Because they both did a 1 month trial, sent me the pictures. Now Esther was thinking about going and getting some injectables done. 'Cause
Yeah,
she was coming
okay.
up to 40 and thought, oh, I don't like these lines on my forehead. That was what irked her in particular. And, you know, needless to say, she didn't bother going because she managed to just get rid of them while still expressing herself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's usually
Yes.
unheard of, that a topical cream can get rid of expression lines while
Yeah.
you're still expressing
Yeah.
yourself. And that, you know, to explain that, it's because it strengthens from the inside. And if you've got a really strong base mattress, your skin can't sink into the wrinkles because it's just too strong to do that.
Yes.
You know, and so with the forehead wrinkles gone and everything else lifted, you know, she didn't bother going back to anything else.
Yeah, right. Look, I think it's time we all raised our expectations on skincare.
100%
because
agree.
This isn't just, like we said in the beginning, you know, hope in a jar. This actually works, and it's scientifically proven to. But it's not just, you know, ordinary people like ourselves that use it. You have some celebs who are complete fans and
do.
converts. Let's have a quick
Yeah.
look at their
Yeah.
testimonials here. So
Yeah, so
who have we
Maria
got here?
Alejandra Requena is actually an Emmy Award-winning journalist
Right.
in Latin America.
Okay.
And so she's been given everything under the sun.
Right.
You know, and tried everything under the sun. And actually, she just used the atomizer on her décolleté and got rid of all of her pigmentation.
Right,
It was
okay.
phenomenal.
Oh, now then we have Kim next, don't we?
Yeah, so
I do
she's an
recognise
Aussie
her.
actress who accidentally
Yes.
aged her skin faster with like
Oh.
32 laser treatments.
What? But she was doing what the beauty industry
She
told her
was
to do.
Doing what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she reckoned in about 5 or 6 weeks, she had a complete reversal and said her skin was fatter again.
Wow, that's
Which
so
I
good.
love.
And then we have Sarah, don't we? Here we go.
Yes. So she's a Kiwi who kind of, you know, works over the ditch now. So we can both love her. But she's in Hollywood blockbusters and things now and loves everything about the company.
Oh, you are amazing. I mean, what's not to love, quite honestly? And what have you got to lose except a few wrinkles and fine lines and improve your pigmentation? I mean, honestly, we have so much to gain. The offer here today is your Summer Essentials kit. You're getting $20 off this amazing serum, and then you get the free gift with purchase valued at $49. It's an SPF sun cream that Rachel has spent a lot of time investigating.
Absolutely.
And of course, you get free postage, 30-day money-back guarantee. You're getting a lot of value for just $279, $348 in value. All you've got to do is go to onetruth818.com.au, call the number, scan the QR code, or of course, open the Buy It Now app on your phone, and this offer will ping. Rachel, thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you, Kate.
Mind-blowing is true. This
Always
product
fun.
is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend it. Go to onetruth818.com.au. Bye-bye.
See you soon.